Hey, everybody! Welcome to my modern homestead. If you don't already know, my name is Janet. I'm just curious, who has a ton of tomatoes and you need just one more idea to get rid of those tomatoes? Because you don't want to waste them, not after all that hard work, and they are delicious. I have an idea for you. I was thinking about a tomato pie, but I was like, I don't want to go that big. But I found something called a Galette. I don't know how to pronounce it. Look somewhere around the screen. I'll put it on there for you. So I found a recipe for one, but I kind of wanted to switch it up, and I wanted to put prosciutto or bruschetta on it, but I couldn't find either one. So we're not doing that today. I found the recipe and it called for sharp cheddar cheese, but I'm going to use mozzarella and basil, just the old standard traditional. So anyway, let's take a look at how to get this started. Okay, I've got to go kind of quick. There is a storm brewing and guys are coming in the house. You want to take some ripe garden tomatoes and slice them about 1/4 inch thick. I'm just going to do these 3, and any that are left over we will just have right along with supper, because I'm about to get that ready too. This knife needs to be sharpened. Okay, now I'll finish the rest of them, but let me show you what we need to do. We're going to take the slices and place them on some paper towels, just like so. And then we're going to sprinkle them with salt. And we're just going to let them sit for about 10 minutes. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, next I have a block of mozzarella, and I'm just going to grate it. Probably going to grate about half of this block. This is 8 ounces, so grate about 4 ounces more if you want more. And if you don't want to use mozzarella, use any cheese you like. Like I said, the recipe I found said to use sharp cheddar cheese, but I don't know. I just didn't want sharp. And one thing I did not put on camera is sliced onions. I just took a little bit of onion and just sliced it very, very thinly. So I will layer that with the tomatoes, because I just love the two together. If you don't want onions, that's perfectly fine. You can leave those off. Make this to your taste. Have fun with it. You could even do some really thinly sliced bell peppers. Didn't think about that one till just now when I said it. Oh well, that's all right. Okay, that's all we're going to do. So we'll put this back in the refrigerator, and we'll set this to the side until we need it. Let's get the pie crust ready. I so told you wrong. I thought I picked up mozzarella. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Well, this is what we're using. Crazy, crazy. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take a piece of parchment. Sorry, that was loud. And then I'm cheating, y'all. If you've got a pie crust just hanging out in your freezer, go ahead and use it. I had one actually, but it wasn't thawed. So I'm using the store-bought crust, but you can definitely use a homemade crust without any problem. I'm so noisy. I'm so sorry. So what you want to do is let it thaw according to the package directions, and then, what in the world? And then gently unroll it. Going to give it a few minutes. That's not quite ready to unroll that smallest roll. But I'll go ahead and tell you what we're going to do. We're going to roll it out into about a 12-inch. It looks like it's already 12 inches to be honest, but we're going to roll it out just a little bit thinner. While we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and crack 1 egg into a bowl, and we're going to add 1 tablespoon of water to it. Then we're just going to beat it a bit. This is one of the palest eggs. I don't know what's wrong with my chickens. So there we go. This will be our egg wash, because we'll need it before we're done. Okay, y'all, let's finish rolling this out. I'm rushing it just a hair, but I really don't want to get caught by the storm. So it says a 12-inch circle. Like I said, it's already a 12-inch circle. We're just going to make it a little bit thinner. Okay. A good pie crust will not stick. Okie doke. Now, let's top this with some cheese and some basil. We're going to use about half of the cheese, and we're going to leave about a 1.5 inch border all the way around. You don't have to be perfect, but I get carried away if I don't give myself at least an idea of what I need. Okay, so cheese. And this is just a rustic recipe, so you don't have to be really particular and careful with it. Like I said, you could add things, take things away, use different types of cheese, make it a full-blown pizza type thing. It's gonna be good no matter what you do to it. It's a pie crust. All right, let's sprinkle it with basil. Again, fresh basil would be better, but if you don't have fresh basil, you gotta use what you got. Okay, and one thing the recipe did not call for is some garlic, just a little. Okay, let's take a paper towel, get on there, cheese, and we're just going to blot these tomatoes. Not going to do a whole lot because these are juicy garden tomatoes, but maybe, just maybe, the crust won't get too soggy. I'm going to cover up a little heavier with the cheese. Okay. Let's take the tomatoes and just layer them on. Got that one a little thick, got in too big of a hurry. That's all right, it'll eat. Just like so. Why don't we, yeah, perfect. Okie doke. Now what we're going to do is fold the crust up onto the tomatoes, just like so. Oh, so pretty already. Just like that. Now, let me get my brush. Let's just brush it with the egg wash so that this crust gets pretty and golden. You can even get up under the folds if you would like. Ooh, can y'all hear it thundering? Oh, I hope the power doesn't go out. We have the worst time with the power going out here. It can look like it's going to storm and the power will go out. So I'm really holding my breath. I didn't know it was supposed to storm. Okay. Now let's take some pepper. Let me get it. We're just going to go over the top. With some black pepper like so. If you want a little kick, hey, you know what would be good? Add a little bit of cayenne. Let's get our baking sheet. Just throw that right there on top. Since I did that one, might as well. Let's do it. Just a couple little pieces. Add a pretty little olive there. Okay. Let's take this and put it on a cookie sheet. And back behind me, the oven is preheating to 400. So when it's ready, we're going to pop this into the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes or until the crust is nice and golden brown. Ah, y'all, you didn't holler loud enough. I forgot the onions. Just a few. You can tuck them up under the pie crust if you forget like me. It'll be all right. Cooking is not always a science, it's an art. In art, you get creative sometimes. Let's put just a little bit more right here in the center. I think that's good. What you think? All right, you heard the oven. Let's get it in. I didn't even mean to on the second one. Made a smiley face. If when you're folding this, the crust wants to tear, just pinch it back the best you can. It'll be all right. Okay, here we go. It's all done. Ooh, it's looking nasty out there. I hope my baby girl gets home from school okay. There we go. We're going to let it cool and we're going to get this other one into the oven. Okay, I'm not really quite sure how a person ought to eat this. But I think what we're going to do is cut it similar to a pizza and just try it. So let's see. That's really good, you guys. It's a keeper. And this is a wonderful way to use up some of those garden tomatoes. Yum. I'll try it. Thank you all so much for joining me today. You know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoy this recipe. And until we meet again, may you be blessed. Love you guys.